Welcome to Peiwen's Known. Today, we have such a pleasure to introduce you a world-famous pianist, Martin Stadtfeld. Hi, Martin.
Hello.
Welcome back to Taipei again.
Thank you.
How many times have you been in Taiwan?
This is my third time, and I really enjoy being here. It's a wonderful city and wonderful countryside also.
Was it last year you performed with
NSO
Orchestra?
Beethoven Emperor Concerto, that's right. And 2 years before I had a recital.
Anyway, Martin just gave us a perfect, beautiful concert with all Bach and Chopin's. The best part is Martin matched same keys, but one piece Bach and Chopin. Well, tell us what you played just now.
Well, I try to combine the Chopin studies with the equivalent of Bach, which might sound surprisingly, but Chopin always had in mind when he wrote a study a piece of Bach. For example, the first big C major study of Chopin is the same musical idea like the C major prelude of Bach. It's a broken chord, yeah. So it's kind of a broken choral, so the whole piece.
Wow.
Of course, with Bach a little bit more limited, and with Chopin more spread over the piano.
Elaborated.
Exactly, but the musical idea is exactly the same. And the second piece is Chopin A minor study, is about the chromatic scale. The same in A minor prelude of Bach of the World Tempered Clavier second book. It's all about chromaticism. So it's the same musical idea, different way to show that, but the musical spirit is actually the same.
You're such a genius. Whoever thought put that together. Tell me, in 2002 you won the Bach International Prize. It is where your career take off. Could you tell us?
Yes, this was a wonderful competition with Robert Levin in the jury. I remember very well, and I felt not this as a competition, but I felt the spirit of people coming together to celebrate Johann Sebastian Bach and his music. So I was quite relaxed and very joyful to play for the public and also for the jury who was selected Bach players like Juan Carlos Martins, the very famous Brazilian Bach player, and also Angela Hewitt from Canada. She was in the jury. So all people who really adore and love the music of Bach as well as I do, and so I felt very familiar, and I just played the music, and I got the first prize. It was a wonderful thing, and this helped me tremendous to get a CD contract and so on.
CD contract and took off.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, but may I ask, who is your favorite composer?
Well, not so big surprise. Yeah, well, I think it's Johann Sebastian Bach, and this is the crown the musical crown I stand on, and I try to understand every composer coming after Bach in his relationship with Bach. Yeah, for example, the Romantic composers Schumann, Chopin, and Mendelssohn. They were very focused on Bach, and they were very. And also Chopin, yeah. They were very inspired by Bach, and there are so many examples. They read the music by Bach, and they found their individual ideas by reading Bach's music and playing Bach's music and enjoying Bach's music. And so I think this is very interesting question always to ask, how is a composer related with Bach and his music? Yeah.
So you mean almost every they all has Bach like as their big idols.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Also Brahms, Bach and the Baroque music, especially Bach, and because they understood Bach as a quite romantic composer. And Schumann said about his fugues, it's more like character pieces. And I like that expression very much, because I feel the same. It's such a human music. It's such a vivid music, and it's never just complicated or mathematically or anything like that. It is the most human music one can imagine, and the Romantic composers, they understood very well, and they felt Bach like a inspiration and like a brother in mind by that. Yeah.